This video contains an urgent message that you must receive before 10 a.m. today. This isn't just another morning video. It holds a special blessing that's only available during these early hours. The divine timing of this message reaching you right now is no accident. There's a unique spiritual window that opens each morning but closes precisely at 10 a.m. What you're about to learn could completely transform your day and set in motion blessings that would otherwise remain dormant. Your morning attention right now has attracted this message specifically to you. Don't scroll past, because the opportunity in this message expires when the clock strikes 10. This morning hour is special. The universe is more receptive, spiritual, forces more aligned, and your mind more open to receive the abundance waiting for you. This exact morning message found you for a reason that will soon become clear. This isn't an ordinary morning message. It's a divine appointment scheduled at this exact hour, before 10 a.m., when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thinnest. The morning hours before 10 a.m. represent a special window of opportunity that many people completely miss as they rush through their day. Missing this morning message means overlooking a unique daily blessing that can only be activated during these early hours. After 10 a.m., the spiritual atmosphere shifts, and the specific blessing in this message becomes much harder to receive. This morning opportunity is like morning dew, precious, but quick to evaporate as the day advances. Why is this specific morning especially important? Because you've been preparing for this message without even realizing it. Your recent experiences, challenges, and even your morning routine have all been leading to this moment of revelation. This message found you at this exact morning hour because you're finally ready to receive what it contains. The early morning hours hold power that the rest of the day simply doesn't possess. That's why this message must reach you before 10 a.m. while you're still in that receptive state. I understand how difficult mornings can be. Every alarm that disturbs your sleep, every rushed breakfast, every early commute, I see it all. Those precious morning moments when you're trying to gather yourself for the day ahead aren't easy to sacrifice for anything, even something spiritual. The fact that you're watching this message during these valuable morning hours shows something special about you. When most people are rushing through their morning routines, checking social media or hitting snooze, you've chosen to be here instead. That choice says volumes about your spiritual priorities. Mornings often feel like the most challenging part of the day, when we're least prepared, most vulnerable, and possibly even doubtful about what lies ahead. Yet these same morning hours hold the greatest potential for setting the day's course. The spiritual significance of these morning moments often goes completely unrecognized. Your decision to watch this morning message shows remarkable intuition. Something inside you recognized the importance of these early hours before 10 a.m. That inner knowing has guided you to this exact video at precisely the right morning moment. Your spiritual sense is stronger than you realize. The revelation you need to understand is this: the hours before 10 a.m. contain a special energy that can't be accessed any other time of day. During these precious morning hours, your mind is in a unique state, not fully emerged from the dream world, yet awake enough to consciously direct your thoughts. This morning state allows you to receive messages and blessings that would bounce right off you at noon or evening. It's why ancient spiritual traditions across the world set aside morning hours for prayer, meditation, and receiving divine guidance. They understood what modern life often makes us forget. Mornings hold magic. This particular morning revelation is especially powerful because it's synchronized with cosmic patterns that only align during these early hours. The morning message you're receiving right now connects directly to questions you've been asking and situations you've been facing. It appears simple, but contains layers of meaning specific to your journey. Remember, this window of morning receptivity begins closing at 10 a.m. As the day advances, the noise of daily activities makes receiving such clear guidance much more difficult. That's why this message had to reach you during these special morning hours. When you receive this morning message before 10 a.m., something remarkable happens to your entire day. The blessing contained in these morning words activates a chain reaction of positive energy that influences everything you encounter. Decisions become clearer, opportunities more visible, and obstacles less formidable. People who receive important spiritual messages during morning hours report experiencing unexpected openings throughout their day. Phone calls with good news, meetings that go surprisingly well, and creative solutions to problems that previously seemed unsolvable. This isn't coincidence, but the natural result of aligning with powerful morning energy. This morning message connects not just to today, but to long-term blessings waiting to unfold in your life. It signals the beginning of a new awareness about how to use these precious morning hours for maximum spiritual benefit. The awakening that starts with morning receptivity gradually extends to every aspect of your life. Many people spend years wondering why certain blessings seem delayed or blocked, never realizing the key was in how they use their morning hours. By receiving this message before 10 a.m., you've already begun unlocking doors that will continue opening throughout this day and beyond. There's a special spiritual attention focused on your morning routine right now. These hours before 10 a.m. have been divinely appointed as times of increased blessing, insight, and spiritual connection. Your decision to engage with spiritual content during these precious morning moments shows exceptional spiritual maturity. Starting your day with divine connection creates a foundation that nothing else can provide. When you prioritize spiritual messages in the morning hours, you're essentially saying that alignment with higher wisdom matters more than the temporary comfort of extra sleep or mindless morning scrolling. The morning receptivity you're showing right now creates blessing throughout your entire day. It sets a tone that continues resonating in everything you do. This ripple effect is why morning spiritual practices have been emphasized by wisdom traditions throughout history. The simple act of choosing this content before 10 a.m. carries spiritual significance far beyond what might be immediately obvious. It demonstrates a willingness to put spiritual growth first, even during the busiest part of the day. This choice has been noticed and honored. Your morning spiritual habits are creating pathways for blessing that weren't previously available to you. This message appears on this specific morning because you're finally ready to receive it. Your spiritual awareness has been quietly developing, preparing you for exactly this moment before 10 a.m. today. This isn't random timing, it's precisely calibrated to reach you when you can best use its wisdom. The morning receptivity you're experiencing right now didn't happen overnight. It's been developing through every morning choice you've made, every early spiritual thought you've entertained, and every dawn you've greeted with hope rather than dread. Your soul has been preparing for this morning revelation. This particular morning message connects to larger spiritual movements happening right now. Across the world, a wave of morning awareness is rising among those who recognize the power of these early hours. You're part of this awakening to the significance of time before 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. deadline isn't arbitrary. Ancient wisdom traditions recognize that after this hour, the mind becomes increasingly absorbed in worldly concerns, making spiritual reception more difficult. That's why this message had to reach you now, while your spirit is still open to morning light and possibility. If this morning message is bringing value to your day, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, or whatever morning blessing feels right to you. Your morning support helps these important messages reach others during their crucial early hours too. When you give during morning hours, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that connects people with powerful morning wisdom. Your morning generosity creates ripples that extend far beyond today, helping others discover the transformative power of these special hours before 10 a.m. As you embrace the wisdom in this morning message, a new responsibility naturally emerges. These precious hours before 10 a.m. aren't just for your benefit alone. They represent an opportunity to elevate not only your day, but the experiences of everyone you'll encounter. Protecting your morning hours from distractions becomes essential once you understand their true value. This doesn't mean adding complicated practices to already busy mornings. Instead, it means bringing intention to these early hours, recognizing them as sacred space for setting your day's direction. Finding balance between morning spiritual time and daily responsibilities becomes easier when you understand the multiplication effect of these early investments. Even 5 focused morning minutes yield returns throughout your entire day. The person who controls their morning hours controls their life's direction. You're now invited to become someone who helps others recognize the power of time before 10 a.m. Not through preaching, but through the visible results that morning spiritual practices create in your life. When others ask what's different about you, your answer becomes simple. I discovered what happens before 10 a.m. You're not alone in discovering these morning truths. Across the world, a growing community understands the power of hours before 10 a.m. These morning people experience special blessings that others miss entirely, simply because they've aligned themselves with this powerful daily rhythm. Your morning experience creates hope for others still struggling with chaotic, rushed beginnings to their days. When they see the peace, clarity, and purpose that morning practices bring to your life, they glimpse possibilities for their own transformation. Morning spiritual practices create ripple effects far beyond your personal experience. Families function better when even one member harnesses morning power. Workplaces improve when someone brings morning-centered peace into stressful environments. Communities strengthen when individuals begin their days with intention rather than reaction. By valuing your morning hours, you join a timeless tradition of those who've discovered this secret. How you spend time before 10 a.m. largely determines the quality of everything that follows. To continue receiving the benefits of morning messages, consistent vigilance becomes essential. While discovering morning power is wonderful, maintaining this practice creates truly extraordinary results over time. Morning by morning, you build a foundation that nothing can easily shake. Guard these precious hours carefully against the constant invasion of distractions. Morning minutes are worth more than hours later in the day, so protect them accordingly. Resist the temptation to check phones, scroll media, or jump immediately into work before establishing your spiritual connection. The wisdom you receive during morning hours should inform decisions throughout your day. When challenges arise at noon or evening, return mentally to the clarity you experienced before 10 a.m. This morning anchor keeps you steady when everything else seems unstable. With your new understanding of morning hours comes responsibility to use this time wisely. Not every early message deserves your attention. Discernment remains important even in these special hours before 10 a.m. Imagine your future with consistent morning revelation before 10 a.m. Picture each day beginning with clarity instead of confusion, purpose instead of pressure, and direction instead of distraction. This isn't fantasy, but the natural result of aligning with morning spiritual power. Divine connections naturally multiply for those who honor morning hours. Your spiritual sensitivity expands beyond occasional insights to consistent guidance. The joy of morning habits gradually replaces the struggle of chaotic starts to your day. The blessing that flows from prioritizing time before 10 a.m. eventually touches every area of your life: relationships, work, health, and purpose. This morning message marks the beginning of that transformation for you. If this morning revelation has awakened something within you, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of any amount that feels right in this morning moment. Your morning generosity creates a beautiful exchange of energy and allows these special before 10 a.m. messages to reach others who need them. Your support helps fund our mission of morning awakening. If you're committed to transforming your mornings after receiving this message, type before 10 in the comments as your declaration of morning intention. Join others who are discovering this powerful daily window. The journey of morning transformation continues beyond today's message. As you protect and value your time before 10 a.m., stay connected to practices that strengthen your morning receptivity, quiet reflection, gratitude, spiritual reading, or simply mindful breathing. Your growing appreciation for morning hours will inspire others wondering why their days feel chaotic and unfocused. Move forward with an attentive heart each morning, knowing these early hours hold special power. By choosing to prioritize spiritual connection before 10 a.m., you join countless others who have discovered life's most undervalued resource, the miracle of mornings.